Hi everybody, Jean back with another coding video. For those of you that follow my channel, you'll know that once in a while I'll pop in a game or two that I've written, or I'll feature some hardware that I've restored or repaired. This is another QB 4.5 game that I wrote in QB64, which is a QBasic 4.5 emulator. This game is called X-Wing Mark 1. You can download QB64, this emulator, from the URL I'll provide below in the description. It supports various Windows platforms, Linux, Mac and Chrome OS. Also they have a little store of sample programs you can download and interesting links. Also the manual is excellent. I also have a little merch shop where you can purchase some of their items to help them with their work. So let's load up QB64, and this is the GUI that we're all familiar with if we've used QB 4.5 in the past. So let's open the little game X-Wing 1. And I'll include a link in the description below where you can find this basic file as well as the executable. A brief overview of the program. I'll start with initializing the screen and making it stretchable or resizable, and then I'll load some default parameters and variables, followed by game instructions, and then just setting up the screen and displaying the variables and information required. I then retrieve the last high score from a HISCORE.TXT file. Then I start the game, and here I set up the string of little drones or invaders. Here's the main game loop, in which I call the various subroutines that control the direction of the little invaders, as well as I check if a missile's been fired, also whether a little drone or alien's been hit or not, and a random star field generator as well, which runs in the background. And then I introduced a little delay that slows down the aliens and speeds up the missiles. You can also set this variable over here. If the invaders speed up too quickly, a lot like the original Space Invaders game, as you shoot them and fewer remain, the alien invaders speed up to increase the difficulty level. Also here's the subroutine to move the row of invaders left to right, and then I've got an MkI's subroutine here which checks whether an X, F, comma, decimal point or S has been pressed, and each one of those will then take you to the appropriate subroutine. Then I move the ship left and right in these two subroutines, and this is all ASCII based, so no sprites or anything like that at this stage. The subroutine over here fires off a missile. Also I've got some sound effects which you can switch off for convenience. And then I know I could have used an array here probably, but I check the string of aliens to see whether the missile has hit either a space or a little V. If it struck a V, then it registers as a hit. And if it's a space, then it ignores the position on the screen. And then obviously over here, just update the string to include the V's and the spaces where aliens have been destroyed. Then a little star field generator running in the background, generating a random star field using red, green and grey, just to give it some depth of field and some movement. Then also check if the aliens or drones reach the bottom and they haven't all been destroyed. Then obviously you lose a little fighter, and we've set it up so that there's 3. You can always go and change that at the top where I set up my variables. I'll show you. And then game over. That's when you don't have any fighters left. And then if you have a high score, I'll prompt you for your initials, which will then be saved to HISCORE.TXT, so it's always available when you start up the game again. And then obviously I'll ask the question, would you like to play again, yes or no? So you can set up the number of ships quite easily over there, and as you destroy the waves of aliens, the levels advance as well. So let's have a look at the game. I like QB64 that compiles an executable for you as well. So there it is, default screen size, and then you can stretch the size because of the resize stretch parameter that I've set on over there. Otherwise you're limited to that small window. So F for fire, comma for left, decimal for right, S to switch sound off, and X to quit at any time. So let's have a look at how the game works. Start off with level 1, and you've got 3 fighters, and I've tried to emulate the original Space Invaders sound with these 2 low frequency tones. And as you can see, the wave of invaders speed up. So I'm not going to take them all out now, I just want to show you what happens when the wave hits the bottom close to your ship. And it's surprisingly difficult to hit these little aliens. Now we're at level 2. And let's press S. We switched off the sound. So in case your boss comes into the office, it's the boss key. Just kidding. None of us plays games at work. This is a nice game for coffee break. Just want to sit and play a simple little game. As I say, I could have probably used an array for the invaders and then included a couple more rows. Maybe I'll do that in Mark II. Also in Mark II, I'd like to have the invaders at least shoot down at you in defense, and maybe have a mothership moves across the top of the screen. So let's have the game end. And then it prompts you for your initials, and obviously I limit that to 3 characters only. And if you opt to play again, you'll notice the high score will be updated in the top right. And then you can press X to quit. And then to reset the high score, you can use Notepad Editor. And you can change that to 0 and those to any 3 initials that you like. I think it's just best to leave that little space before the 0, and then you save it as a regular text file. Possibly you'd like to try it out yourself, have a look at the code, play around with the code a bit. I'll include the basic file as well as the executable in the video description below, where you can go and download those for yourself. So thanks for watching. I'll be back very soon with some more Mars anomalies. Bye bye for now.